What was really caused Seth Rollins to be attacked by his teammates? Is that injury or pre-plan? We will talk with some facts and lies about this. Let's get into the video.
Is Seth Rollins' injury real, or is it a hoax? Or is this also a WWE script? Many doubts have emerged from the past episodes of the past few days. Bron Breakker, Bronson Reed, and Paul Heyman had been planning to cheat Seth since before the Crown Jewel. That is why no one came to help Seth mid-Crown Jewel match. After Seth won the Crown Jewel match, it was reported that he had a shoulder injury. But after Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed attacked, they created a reason that Seth was injured because of their attack. If Seth had really suffered an injury, Seth could have given his title to one of his own teammates. After that, he could have come back and fought or won again in another way. Because Seth never wanted CM Punk to win his title, but now that's what's going to happen. That is, what is also visible in this is that Seth doesn't know about his teammate's attack. Seth and his team could have made a better decision together than this, but instead of doing that, WWE cheated Seth Rollins by keeping Paul Heyman. They gave Seth Rollins' injury as a reason for this. Therefore, what really happened here is that WWE has given Seth Rollins a storyline injury for a while, because it is impossible to suddenly lose the hype given to Seth Rollins in the recent past and make a title loss. The essence of this is that until now, they have kept Bron Breakker with Seth Rollins and given him good hype to introduce Bron Breakker as a big face in front of the fans. WWE is making all these plans to give Bron Breakker a good hype in the future by using Bron Breakker and CM Punk and, when necessary, Brock Lesnar. Because in the present, WWE don't have good, iconic players except Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, and Jey Uso. In the past, WWE had many strong, iconic players like Undertaker, Hulk Hogan, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Mick Foley, The Rock, Kane, Jeff Hardy, Rey Mysterio, Batista, Booker T, Ric Flair, Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, Umaga, Diesel, and now John Cena, who is at the end of the farewell tour. This is why WWE needs good players who are popular among the fans and representing for the future. This is why even Roman Reigns was defeated by Bronson Reed at the Crown Jewel event. By doing this, Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed will be able to become popular in a negative way in front of WWE fans very quickly. Stay tuned for the video to explain this more clearly. There are two reasons for this. One reason is that with the returns of Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, a situation has arisen where Paul Heyman can't even imagine who he will be with in the future. In the past few weeks, Paul Heyman came to Brock Lesnar's matches to show his loyalty to Brock, and even Paul came to Seth Rollins' matches to show his loyalty to him too before betrayal to Seth. In this way, Paul Heyman was showed his loyalty of both sides. However, WWE has big plans around for Brock Lesnar, Bron Breakker, and CM Punk in the future. This is why Paul Heyman had a secret conversation with Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker backstage, unbeknownst to Seth Rollins on the Raw episode before the Crown Jewel event. Paul Heyman said, "We doesn't need to help Seth Rollins at Crown Jewel. Let's see who's really the best champion in this champion versus champion match." This is why neither Paul Heyman, Bron Breakker, and Bronson Reed didn't came to the match to help Seth Rollins in the Crown Jewel match. Somehow, Seth hit Cody with a cheap shot from his watch, the watch which was presented by Cody Rhodes earlier, and Seth won the match and became the Crown Jewel champion. On the very next episode of Raw, Seth has kept middle of the ring his colleagues that Paul Heyman, Bron Breakker, and Bronson Reed, and started talk. "No one came to help me in this match. I was the only one there. But I can do anything on my own. I can win any match on my own. I've proven that now."
When Roman was the Undisputed Champion, he needed help from Bloodline. At that time, Cody Rhodes needed my help to defeat Roman, but I don't need anyone's help. He praised him, and Seth said all these things in a way like feel well to Bron Breakker, Bronson Reed, and Paul Heyman.
The main point he made here was that no one was helped for his successes. He was all he had, and he doesn't need anyone's help. Then there had a triple threat match between CM Punk, LA Knight, and Jey Uso for the #1 contender. The game rule was, the winner of that match will face one-on-one Seth Rollins for World Heavyweight Championship at Saturday night's main event in 1st of November. Expectfully, Punk won this match and became the #1 contender. After victory of Punk, Seth and his faction came out to attack Punk. At that time, Seth Rollins was unexpectedly attacked by his faction. Seth was attacked by both Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed, and Bron Breakker took up the World Heavyweight Championship title to his hand, indicated it seemed like he was coming to take the title. The second reason is that Seth Rollins is said to have suffered a shoulder injury. Therefore, it is reported that his team may have done this to give him some rest for a while. But friends, looking at these two reasons, I think that the attack on Seth this time was not due to an injury. If Seth was an injury, then definitely his colleagues need to help him in the match. But unfortunately, it did not happen. They could have helped Seth in the Crown Jewel match and do whatever they wanted after the match, but they didn't that time. It turns out that this was a good plan that WWE had made in advance. Another disappointing scenario was that stated that Seth's injury occurred during the Crown Jewel match, because Paul Heyman told his teammates not to help Seth Rollins in the episode Raw, which was held before Crown Jewel. This is why I think WWE may have more plans in the future centered around Bron Breakker and CM Punk, even Brock Lesnar. In this point, we can able to realize that the Seth Rollins injury was not real. Another lie had occurred about Seth's injury. As this proves, an incident happened in last Monday Night Raw. Raw general manager Adam Pearce had this to say about Seth Rollins. He told the fans that Seth was injured. At that time, WWE was shown on the big screen. Backstage, Paul Heyman, Bronson Reed, and Bron Breakker were getting out of the car. Seth's title was in Bron Breakker's hand. He took it and showed the three of them coming straight to the ring. After the three of them arrived, Adam Pearce said, "You can't hold this title like this. It's better for the rightful heir to have it." He asked Bron Breakker to give him the title. At that time, Bron Breakker didn't give the title. Bron said, "Talk to me respectfully, and then I'll give it to you." Even when Adam Pearce asked him to give him the title respectfully again, Bron Breakker wouldn't give it to this time too. Breakker said again, "Ask with please, and I will give it to you." Adam Pearce asked again with please, and then with Paul Heyman's intervention, Adam Pearce took the World Heavyweight title and left. Now WWE is showing that Seth Rollins is no longer in good enough physical condition to compete. Even Adam Pearce confirmed to the fans that Seth is seriously injured after being attacked by Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker. He has said this repeatedly. In addition, even commentators said that Seth's ribs were damaged due to Bron and Bronson's attack. Therefore, CM Punk is the challenger to compete in the Saturday night's main event World Heavyweight Championship next month, but there is no champion to face him. Therefore, WWE planned to choose a challenger to face CM Punk through a battle royal. And Jey Uso won that battle royal. Therefore, CM Punk and Jey Uso are scheduled to fight for the World Heavyweight Championship title in Saturday night's main event. But why didn't Bron Breakker or Bronson Reed get a chance for this battle royal? The reason for that is, initially the WWE had planned to add Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed to this battle royal. But because Bron Breakker behaved disrespectfully with Adam Pearce had removed both of them from the match. But this is also a part of the WWE's plans. Of course, CM Punk will win the match in the Saturday night's main event. Then Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed will come and challenge the winner of the title. Therefore, in my opinion, after CM Punk wins the title, Bron Breakker will definitely challenge Punk for the title. There is a big chance to add Brock Lesnar to that. On the other hand, there's a big chance for another big twist to happen. That twist is the Shield team resurrection again. It can be said that an opportunity is being created to prepare Shield Part 2, this time using only Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins without Dean Ambrose. Because Seth Rollins already has two enemies. They are Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker. On the other hand, both of them already became enemies of Roman Reigns. Therefore, after Seth returns, Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins can form a team again. If this happens, WWE fans will be able to watch the Shield team again. So let's see what happens with the upcoming episodes. So friends, comment what you think about all of this. Then we will see another huge update. Have a great day.